Good afternoon, friends. Now we are discussing the concept of vapor pressure and compressibility in fluid mechanics. What is vapor pressure? Vaporization is nothing but the changing of liquid state into the gaseous state is called as vaporization. So this vaporization is depending upon what is the prevailing pressure in the atmosphere and temperature. So this vaporization will occur because of there will be continuous escaping of this liquid molecules through the free liquid surface. So when we start boiling any liquid, say here in the picture water is taken, so the water is started boiling. So then here, so the water is taken in the closed vessel. So some of the water molecules are converted into gaseous state, so that gaseous molecules are continuously applying pressure. So the vapor which is created now is creating pressure on the free surface of the water. So that is called as the vapor pressure. So this vapor pressure is increasing with increase in the temperature. So as the temperature increases, so here in the first picture you can see that temperature T1, so that is less than temperature T2 in the second picture. So here, so the temperature increase from T1 to T2. As the temperature increases, so the amount of vapor generated by the liquid in the closed container also increases. So that is more amount of vapor is created. So then cavitation. So this is the phenomena of the vapor bubbles formation in the case of flowing fluid. So in the region where the liquid pressure is just below the pressure of the vapor created. So that is the pressure of the flowing fluid is less than the vapor pressure. So then the vapor bubbles will be formed in that region. So there will be sudden collapsing of these vapor bubbles. So in the region where there is a higher pressure. So that is the liquid pressure is now less than the vapor pressure. So this is forming cavities. Then compressibility and bulk modulus. So bulk modulus is the ratio of compressive stress to the volumetric strain. So there will be increase in the pressure. So we are considering a cylinder fitted with a piston as shown in the figure. So now the pressure is increased from P to P plus dP. So that is we are moving the piston inward, so that there will be increase in the pressure. So whereas the volume of the gas, earlier the volume was V, now so the piston is a little bit compressed inward. So now the volume reduces to V minus dV. So here earlier to the movement of the piston inwards, the volume is V here. Now the piston changes to the new position here, that is shown in the dotted line. So now there is a decrease in the volume of dV. So now the final volume is now V minus this dV. So V minus dV. So the increase in the pressure is now, so the pressure initial pressure is P, final pressure is P plus dP. So change in the pressure is dP now. Decrease in the volume is dV. So volumetric strain is minus dV by V. So minus indicates that the volume decreases with increase in the pressure. So bulk modulus K is the ratio of increase of pressure to volumetric strain. Increase in the pressure is dP. Volumetric strain is minus dV by V. So now V, that is in the denominator, goes to the numerator. So it is Now dP into V divided by dV with negative sign. So V goes to the numerator here. So V into dP, and in the denominator we have dV. So with negative sign. Now so this is bulk modulus K. So compressibility is just the reciprocal of bulk modulus. So compressibility is equal to 1 by K. So hypothesis of continuum. So fluids are considered as the aggregation of molecules. So the widely spaced for a gas. So that is the molecules are spread in the gas. So whereas it is closely spaced for a liquid. So the distance between the molecules is very large compared with the diameter of the molecules. For the analysis of the fluid flow, so it is assumed that the fluid is considered as the continuous media. Pressure. When a certain mass of the fluids is held in a static equilibrium by confining in a container, so that is within the solid boundaries, so that liquid is exerting pressure along the direction perpendicular to the boundary in which it is having contact. We can see here the rectangular shaped vessel and this trapezium shaped vessel. So now the fluid is exerting force along the direction perpendicular to the boundary in which it is having contact. So the force exerted by the fluid on the walls of the container is called as the fluid pressure. So it is defined as the normal force exerted by the fluid per unit area. So unit is now given as 1 Pascal. So that is 1 Newton per meter square. So 1 bar is equal to 105 Newton per meter square. Now types of different pressure. So pressure is taken on y-axis. Here absolute zero pressure is taken on x-axis. So what is atmospheric pressure? So the first type of pressure. So the air above the liquid surface will exert the pressure on the exposed surface of the liquid. So that is, if you take any liquid in the container, the air above the liquid surface is putting pressure on the exposed liquid surface, and it is normal to the surface. The pressure exerted by the atmosphere on the liquid is called as the atmospheric pressure. So here it is shown on x-axis we have absolute zero pressure. So the atmospheric pressure is taken at some height above this absolute zero pressure. Then absolute pressure. So it is defined as the pressure which is measured with reference to absolute zero pressure. It is given as absolute pressure is equal to gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure will be taken as the pressure at A now. So taken atmospheric pressure as your reference axis. So your gauge pressure at A is considered as the atmospheric pressure plus the gauge pressure. So that gives you as the pressure at A. Now pressure at point B will be considered as atmospheric pressure minus this vacuum pressure. So now that is the gauge pressure at B. So now the absolute pressure at B is now taken with respect to the absolute zero pressure. So absolute pressure at B is now above absolute zero pressure. Now gauge pressure. So it is defined as the pressure which is measured above the atmospheric pressure. Now vacuum pressure, it is taken as the pressure below the atmospheric pressure as seen here. Thank you, friends.